In this video, I'm going to showcase my top 5 tactical fixed blades for 2024, and I also show you 2 honorable mentions I recently fell in love with. Hey everyone, welcome to Salvo EDC. It is difficult for me not to talk about these knives in greater detail, because they are all very unique and exciting, but I will individually review every single one of these fixed blades throughout the year. So today, I'm just showcasing their most important features. If you wanna see cool pictures and reels until my videos drop, I invite you to check out my Instagram and TikTok pages, where I post something nice every day. And now, without further ado, let's kick off this top 5 with the most expensive and probably most anticipated item on my list, which is the Winkler Belt Knife with tribal maple handle scales. Well, this 5-inch fixed blade comes with around 16 different grip options, and I was lucky enough to grab the most sought after one out of the bunch. I received it last December from knifecenter.com, and the Winkler Belt Knife has been the fixed blade that I carried the most throughout the winter. And it made a phenomenal carry in the cold weather because the maple grip and the leather sheath are warm to the touch, and these traditional materials made this knife very convenient to use. Some other big pros going for this knife are the ATCR-V2 high carbon blade steel, comfy grip, exceptionally great balance, very high production quality, and an artistic design. But the Winkler Belt Knife also comes with super unique solutions such as the tapered tang and the black oxide casual finish. All in all, this blade is a great package, and now I can totally understand why Winkler products enjoy such popularity. The next one on my list is the NightHawk by Tkell Knives, which is probably the most recent design on the table. Similarly to Winkler, Tkell also handcrafts their blades with great care, and they offer an outstanding quality at their roughly $300 price point. This amount blows my mind, especially because the NightHawk counts as a semi-custom and I could choose both the steel and the grip. So my personalized NightHawk has a nickel boron coated AEBL blade with wood grain G10 handle scales. And it also has a pretty cool sheath innovation in the form of this low-profile Kydex holster. And I genuinely enjoy carrying and using this NightHawk because Tkell designed it not only for a tactical purpose, but also for an EDC use. I know that this very aggressive Tanto grind is not everyone's cup of tea, but combined with a well-placed gym pin, this acute tip gets very accurate. Plus, the super tough blade steel guarantees its integrity. I carried this knife quite a bit since I got it, and it was a confidence boost every time. This sculpted grip, the pinky ring and the thumb ramp make the NightHawk melt into my hand, both in a traditional grip and in a reverse grip just the same. This knife is an ergonomic masterpiece, plus it looks unique and badass. But it's not the only gorgeous design that made it to our top 5. I also have the CRKT Clever Girl, but I just call mine the Smart Lady. As this knife hit the market 8 years ago, I wouldn't call it super recent. However, this year CRKT gave it a pretty cool facelift a couple of short weeks ago, and its brand new edition comes with serrations and a fancy blue G10 grip. Despite the upgrade, I still prefer this OG version, as I find this plain and simple upswept blade extremely cool. This grind is also known as trailing point or Persian, and besides its tactical use, this blade style is also very useful in meal prep, especially when it comes down to cutting meat. This blade steel also supports the idea of outdoor use, as the Clever Girl is a full-tang knife with SK5 carbon steel. So it would also make a pretty cool companion for camping. This knife arrives with a long and streamlined grip that will not fatigue your hand even throughout heavy work, and you can definitely use the Smart Lady with gloves no matter how large hands you got. Taken its $100 price tag, I did not expect a very good sheath, but to my surprise CRKT threw in a pretty cool thermoplastic holster, and the only upgrade I had to buy for my Clever Girl was this Ulti-Clip Slim. With the new belt attachment, this knife is pretty much perfect, and I highly recommend getting one. But I also recommend trying the next knife on the list, which is a fixed blade version of the famous Kwaiback by Hoback. I think it was very interesting to grab this knife after the Tkell NightHawk and the CRKT Clever Girl, because this Hoback Kwaiback is a very interesting mix between the two. This Japanese Tanto grind feels like it was the baby of an American Tanto and an upswept Persian blade style. And in my opinion, this Hoback Kwaiback features the best of both worlds. It is an amazing self-defense fixed blade, but it can still get the job done if I take it for a hiking trip, for example. Its S35VN premium blade material and well-pronounced finger guard also support the idea of heavy use. This is a considerably tough and stainless powder steel with pretty good edge retention. Plus it has a deep grey stonewash finish to hide all those future scratches. But the Hoback Kwaiback also has a very durable grip, which is made out of gorgeous carbon fiber with this pretty cool helix pattern. I love the way these scales were machined because they are completely free from hot spots, so they do not fatigue my hand, but still, they provide nice traction in all directions. I also enjoy this high quality Kydex sheath that came with the knife. Out of the box it had a pretty lame belt hook, but after upgrading it with an ulti clip, this Kydex holster ended up my favorite sheath not only on the table, but also in my entire knife collection. And I'm very impressed with the Kwaiback fixed blade as a complete package. But don't go anywhere just yet, because the fifth and final fixed blade has an even more interesting holster solution. So last but not least, I wanted to show you my Microtech Tac-P, which is an ultralight Kubaton / emergency tool, but I also heard some people calling it a tactical spike. And it comes in this taco style Kydex friction sheet with carbon fiber texturing. Maybe I'm dumb to carry this thing around almost every day, but I find everything about the Tac-P extremely fun and interesting. First of all, it has a unique design and nothing else comes even remotely close to this. It has a hollow barrel-shaped body with a fine and acute tip. For traction, the Tac-P has a frag pattern grip, plus it ends with a carbide glass breaker. And I love Microtech because they did not half-ass the Tac-P, as they brought in a super tough and reliable 410 blade steel, and they put this sexy golden titanium nitride coating all over it. This is a special kind of PVD finish that people usually use to coat their drill bits or gun parts due to its very high hardness. So this coating is both practical and cool. And of course we have this very nice low profile Kydex sheet that comes with a pre-installed ulti clip right out of the box. And now that I mention it, I must admit that I love using the Microtech Tac-P as my EDC package opener because its fine tip is very practical for cutting duct tape. And this is also how I would wrap up today's video about my top 5 tactical fixed blades for 2024. How did you like my selection? Let me know in a comment. As an honorable mention, I wanted to show you 2 more self-defense knives that did not make it to the list. The first one is the Fox Diagnostic, designed by Bastien Bastinelli. And the second one is the Spyderco Subway Bowie, designed by Fred Perrin. As you can see, these knives are way smaller than the top 5, and even though these neck knives were created for self-defense, I would have a hard time calling them tactical, as their sheaths do not accept any of my belt attachments. But even though they did not make it to the top 5, I wanted to bring them up because they make amazing secondary, aka backup blades alongside their larger siblings. And if you saw anything interesting today, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, because throughout the year I will individually test and review every single one of these fixed blades. But until those videos arrive, I invite you to check out my previous upload about the Rainier Fastpack, which is my favorite EDC fixed blade. Or you could also watch this fun one about the Tops Mini Tracker. Thank you for watching today's video all the way, and I'll see you in the next one.